It's probably no surprise, but we always knew that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was going to be coming to PS5 eventually, and now we have ourselves the PS5 reveal trailer. Now, why on earth would you release a trailer for a game that people already know a lot about? Well, you actually have a bit of fun with it, because that's what they've been doing with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This is going to be a very short but kind of nothing burger of a video, only because I really like what they did with the PS5 date reveal trailer that they did here. Because it's clear that they had fun with it in putting things together, and I just kind of wanted to, sit down, watch it, and also react as well, because I've already seen it and I thoroughly enjoyed the trailer. It's only a minute and a half, so quite short. Let's just kind of sit down and kind of look at things. So here we go. This is the PS5 date reveal trailer of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Nolan, buddy, I got your super urgent text.
Troy, please, have a seat.
So basically we have Troy Baker sitting on a couch on our right, and on our left we have Nolan North as he's looking off screen and then slowly turning around to face Troy, telling him, please have a seat, even though he's already sitting.
New room?
Yes. I broke in about an hour ago. We don't have much time. Since taking on the role of Indiana Jones, you're now on the cusp of being brought into a very exclusive club.
You said cusp.
I'm pretty sure Nolan North did voice Indiana Jones in previous games.
Prepared. Like you'd be surprised at how often a whip comes in handy.
I doubt that. How are you going to deal with private military forces?
So it's almost like as if Nolan North is kind of not interrogating, but like interviewing Troy Baker, because Troy voices Indiana Jones in the new Indiana Jones game, or rather Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I should say. I say new game, old game, it's like, basically that's kind of the idea I'm trying to give, but basically, yeah. And also the room, the decor, it very much looks like the museum from... Crap, why has it been so long since I've played any game or watched any movie? Basically, it looks like the museum from Indiana Jones, but I digress. Because you've got like the different artifacts. You've got the globe that's like, could be split open in half, that type of thing.
With just a whip.
Use the old
Headbutt.
Headbutt, I like it.
Aggressive. See, I'm more of a sidearms kind of guy.
You would be.
Jeans. Henley.
Somehow always half tucked.
Of course.
Of course. What about finding ancient artifacts?
Yes. Sold to the highest bidder.
Donated to museums.
Sold to that museum.
Going somewhere unexpected.
What is an adventure without going somewhere new?
I love what they're doing with this whole thing, just bringing in the voice actors to just really have a bit of fun
Troy?
with this whole thing.
Troy, welcome to the club.
Yeah, as they open the little box that what's his face put on the table. I've named everyone here, and I'm just like, crap, I'm already forgetting their names. Nolan North, yes. Nolan North puts a box, faces it to Troy. They both are sitting on the same... He moves over to the same couch Troy was sitting on. They're both opening it slowly with a blue light coming out of the box, with the Indiana Jones theme playing in the background. And of course we have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle coming to PS5 April 17th, 2025. And of course we have a little thing at the end.
Yeah.
That would be... How many fingers did you have before? That's great. Yeah, so basically, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle coming April 17th, 2025. I actually did see the pre-orders go live on the PlayStation app, because I just happened to open it up to check out whatever deals were on the store, and I happened to see that. So, sure enough, I was like, okay, they've announced the release date, had a look, 17th. That's all well and good. Weirdly enough, it's about a week, not even, almost 2 weeks before the release of Forza Horizon 5 on PS5 as well. So I don't know why, but for some reason Xbox is releasing games on PlayStation during, for you guys in America it'll be in spring, but for me it'll be in autumn, during this sort of March, April, May period of time, which is interesting to see. And I'm wondering if this is actually a reflection of a decision being made by Xbox. The reason why I say that is because a lot of games are in fact coming to coming to PlayStation that are being published by Xbox. But it seems largely like the fact that it's all coming within the March, April, May period. Same thing that happened with the games that came to PlayStation last year. Whenever Hi-Fi Rush came out alongside Pentiment, so Pentiment was February, Hi-Fi Rush was March, and then later on we got Grounded and Sea of Thieves around April-ish, and it was only like a week or two difference between those two games especially. So I'm wondering if Xbox's strategy is release the games at the end of the year for Xbox, but when you want it to come out on PlayStation, just chuck it up the following year in the springtime for, well, I say spring for you guys in the Americas, and for the rest of us in the world in the Southern Hemisphere, the autumn for us. So I'm wondering if this is like indicative of anything like that, and I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments below whether you guys actually think that this is part of Xbox's release strategy to stay away from the end of year releases, because those releases generally tend to be quite big, so that these games can actually sell quite a good amount, especially when during this period of time it's basically the warm-up period for what we previously knew as E3 and now we know as Summer Game Fest. So there's a lot to think about in terms of timing about when these games are likely to come out. How long do you space it out post Xbox release so that people who are on Game Pass feel like they're getting their money's worth? When can you release it on PS5 that seems adequate enough to avoid the really busy periods of the year, and at the same time get the most amount of possible sales that you can, because ultimately at the end of the day those sales of this game will feed into not just the 30% that goes to PlayStation being sold on the PlayStation Store, but the fact that Xbox is going to be pocketing the 70% of that money that for every single copy sold. And I did have a look at the normal and deluxe edition, and man, both of them are pretty pricey. So I think I'm going to wait for a sale before I grab this game. But I am going to be getting it at some point, and I'm not too sure if you guys are going to be doing the same thing. But hey, let me know in the comments below about what you guys think of all of that in the comments below. But yeah, with all that being said, however, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. With all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.